Hey guys, I'm back with another weekly makeup bag. So the lighting is a little bit off. I've already addressed this in another video, but I don't know which one's going to go up first. So the lighting's a little bit off because my big light blew up. I've been working a lot of hours and can only film at night. So I'm sorry that the lighting is not the greatest, but we're going to get through this video, I promise, and then I will get the light fixed soon. So just going to go ahead and jump right into products that I was using the past week. I don't have a ton of products in here because I just went on vacation and I had a ton of products that I used there. So I kind of just wanted to stick to a few this week. But getting back into the swing of things. So I'm going to show you the products that I used just this week, and then I'm going to go through my core products, the ones that I've been using a lot, like every day, in the order that I use them. So one of the first things I used was the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma. This is kind of a pink shade. We all know what these look like. They're super glittery and pretty and fun, and I love this shade. It was, just really, it's a great pop of color on the eyes, so love that product. As far as lips, I always do those at the end, but I'm going to run through those real quick. So I used Beeper. I actually use this in the same look that I used the Stila shade, and this is a ColourPop Ultra Matte. I really love this shade. It's a little bit deeper, but now that fall's coming, it was really nice. I wore it at nighttime, and it just looked so nice. I love that deep shade on the eyes. I also used the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Chi, which is a nice nude but kind of brown. So I lined my lips, and then I filled it in, and then I actually went over top of it with this pure agave lip gloss. And this is just a clear lip gloss, but I had the color from the pencil, so I kind of paired these two together to create my own lip color, and I really, really liked it. And the last lip color I had was this Amazonian Clay Butter Lipstick in Plummy Rose, and it's the same type of shade. It's like that deeper plum rose kind of, mauve kind of shade. And I really like that too. I love that shade. I love that formula. I don't know if they still make those or not. I know they have some, different formulas popping up here and there now recently. So I'm not sure if they still make that one, but definitely love those. I went back to using my Je ne sais quoi palette. This was the holiday palette from It Cosmetics, and it has all their award-winning products. So the Bye Bye Pores blush, pressed powder, sunshine in a compact bronzer in the shade Warmth, and then the Perfect Lighting Luminizer in Je ne sais quoi, and it has a nice mirror. But these are all the products. I was using the setting powder to set my makeup. Then the blush looks very bright, but it is nice and natural on the skin. The bronzer it looks deep, but again, gives your skin just a nice glow. And then this illuminizer is just so nice. It's natural, but it looks great for day and night. You can really build it up, and so I love that palette. It's just a good staple palette to go to. If you don't want to carry 4 separate palettes when you're traveling or 4 different products, you can just go to that. For contour, I use this Fiona Styles Light Medium Contouring Palette. This has 3 different shades in it, but I was really focusing on the darker shade because it is summertime still, and I, can use a dark shade, let's use it. So I was really focused on using that one, and I just love this palette. I think it gives a nice natural look to the skin. Even though it is a contour, you can't tell there's like a harsh contour line. It's really nice, and they're so easy to blend, and I love that little palette. For eyeshadow, I went back to the Marc Jacobs All About Last Night Style Icon palette. This was the holiday 2016 palette. So it has 20 shades in here, and they're all very neutral, but really pretty. There's some pops of color. You have this like yellow green shade to it, and there's some nice deeper tones, so you can get a lot of different looks out of this palette. I thought it was great, and I just love the pigmentation that Marc Jacobs eyeshadows have. This is the second palette I have. I have one of those long skinny ones that has like the 7 colors in it, but I'm definitely going to get the holiday 2017 because I just love the quality of his eyeshadows. I also used the Melissa Michelle palette. This was the Ulta collaboration she had. So this has 9 eyeshadow shades, a bronzer slash highlighter, and then this blush. So the blush is nice and deep for the fall. These are some nice fall shades. You know, you have your core everyday shades down here, and then you have some deeper shades up here, but the very shimmery colors. So pretty. So many good looks come out of this. And like I said, you can use this as a shimmery bronzer or a highlight. And there's 3 shades there that you can mix and match all to make your own color. And then that blush is just such a pretty shade. If you go in with a light hand, you can make such a nice natural look with that. And then her pictures on the back here. I love her videos. If you don't follow her, check out her channel. It's so good. I love her videos and I love her. She just seems like such a sweet person. And I know this is controversial, but I was using the Anastasia Subculture palette. I really love this palette. So, as you can see, I have not hit pan. There's not powder all over my palette, and I've used this for 2 or 3 weeks in a row now. And so, I guess if there is a quality concern, I got a good palette, but I just really love the shades in this. I have so many good looks that come out of this. It's so pretty for the fall, so I'm definitely going to keep it nearby and keep using it throughout the fall, but I definitely really love this palette. And you can combine it with other palettes, or it can be a standalone palette, in my opinion. So, yeah, I really love that. So those are all the products that I used this week, honestly. I'm going to show you now my core product. So let's go ahead and get into that, and then we will end this video. So let's jump on in. Okay, so to start, every day I use a beauty blender and a mini blender of some sort. Currently, I'm using the Real Techniques blender, and I'm using one of the Eco Tools mini blenders. I really like both, but the Real Techniques rivals my favorite Beauty Blender Pro sponge. Those two are my favorites. And then the mini Beauty Blender is nice, but I think that I like the Real Technique ones and the original Beauty Blender ones better. Just, I don't know, I just like them better. So then I cleanse my skin in the morning. I go in with the Super Goop Play SPF 50 Everyday Sunscreen, and it looks like this. So I just go in and apply sunscreen before any of my makeup. And then I've been mixing these 2 products right here. So this is a Japanesque Liquid Light Highlighter, and it's in the shade 02. This is more of an orangey shade. But if you use just a little bit, it doesn't add any color to the face. It just adds a nice luminosity. So I mix that with my Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. And this is just a more moisturizing, nourishing primer. So I've been going in with those 2 next. This is a sample size of the Hangover RX also. So I've been going in with those, just to add some moisture and shine to the skin. Then I spray my skin with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. As you can see, I'm near the bottom. I'm trying to finish this off. So I go in and spray that to just kind of get everything going, nice and moisturized. And it's been hot, so it's nice to have a little bit of a moisture and cooling to the skin. So I then wait for that to dry. I normally will put on my eye primer, and at that time, for right now, I'm using the Pure Cease Crease eyeshadow primer. I'm not sure if they still make this, but I had this in a sample of some sort, and that's the one I'm using right now. I really like it. It goes on as a white cream. It doesn't really add any color. It just goes on, like when you blend it in, it blends in clear. And then, so once my face is dried, I go in with my foundation and the beauty blenders. So right now, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. This is only because I have a tan currently, so that's the shade I've been using for the summer. And then I go in with my concealers. So first, I've been going in with this color corrector and Cushion Wonder from Hard Candy, and this is in the peach shade, and I just color correct my dark circles. So I go in with that first, and then I go over top of that with either the highlighting and concealing pen. This is the Illuminati one from Wet n Wild, and this is in the shade Ivory Into You. Or, So that's that one. Or I have been using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Light Ivory. So one of these two is next, and those just really highlight my under eye. For blemishes, I've been using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick in concealer in the shade Urine Natural, and that is more the shade of my foundation, and I've just been going in and spot concealing with that. After I conceal, I go in with a powder, so I've been going back to my Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder. I actually don't have the color on here anymore. The part that says the color is on the front, but it's such a nice, natural, smooth powder. It's not too cakey, and it, like, honestly, when you do that, it doesn't even feel like anything's on your skin when you swatch it. It's just so light, so it's been really nice. And then I've been using my Wet n Wild Geometric Highlighting Powder. I know a lot of people didn't like these. This is in the shade Sun Ceremony. I like to use it as a all-over setting powder, so kind of like the Hourglass one. So this has dark bronze, gold, and white tones. I just mix it all together and just go all over my skin to add a nice, like, kind of summer glow to the skin. And it breaks up any look of flatness, extra matte, any cakiness. You know, it really adds some definition backness to the skin. So I've been loving that. And I've been going back to contouring with the Tarte Contour palette. I know I've shown this like a million times, that's why I'm laughing. But I go under the eye, I set under the eye with this shade number 2 here, and then I've been contouring with shade number 3, and those are 2 colors that I use out of here. Those are the only 2 I've been using. Just such a nice natural contour. It's easy to bronze, and under the eye it just makes it so nice and bright. For bronzer, I had been using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Surreal Light palette, and I was using the bronzer here and then either one of these blushes. This has been my highlight, and then, or this one here. So those, that was the Holiday 2016 palette. So on the back it tells you the bronzer is the Surreal Light Bronze. The blush is either in Surreal Glow or Surreal Effect. The finishing powder, that's the long skinny one, that is Surreal Light, and the strobe powder, the little square one, is Surreal Strobe Light. I like the Surreal Strobe Light, but this week I'm going to be using the one over here, the Surreal Light, I think it is. Yeah, I'm going to be using that as my highlighter this week. So I'm trying to use that palette there, but also using the IT Cosmetics Your Most Beautiful You palette. This has, this is in the shade Laugh, Love, Live. I'm sorry. Laugh, Love, and Live. And this has a bronzer, highlight, and blush in here. So as you can see, there's 3 shades, you know, pretty similar to the other palette I showed you earlier, but between these 2, that's what I'm using this week. And moving along, after I finish my face, I go into my eyes, and so eyes is where I've kind of been going back and forth. So I've been trying to use up this Urban Decay Ammo palette, this one, and I've used up almost all the colors except for the bottom row here. So just, you know, 1 shade per day. I use a total of like 4 eyeshadows on my eyes at all times, so any combination I can pull from here. I've been pulling that. I've been using some other palettes for some neutral crease shades, stuff like that. And I've been using the No Photos Please little palette from Makeup Revolution. It has some deeper tones, so again, I have to mix it with something else, but some very pretty shimmery shades, as you can see there. Nice jewel tones for the fall for sure. So those 2 I've been using. And then after I have my eyeshadow look, I've been going in with, wow, I totally skipped. Before I do eyeshadow, I go in and do my brows. So I've been using the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil and the shade Soft Brown. So it's the one that looks like this. It's kind of crazy, ridiculously long, but you have the brow pencil on one end, and then you have a big fat spoolie on the other end, and it's been really nice. I've been loving this product. Can't wait to repurchase more of those. I'm waiting for NYX to do a buy one get one half off at Ulta. And then for the carving of the brow, I've been using Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. I use this under the brow, and it's just a nice like pinky shade. I just like swipe and then blend it in with a brush. So I use those two, then do my eye look. Then I do any combination of eyeliner. I've been using the Essence Superfine eyeliner pen. This is a felt tip, and so there's that one. That's the black one I've been using. For gel liner for brown, I've been using the Espresso shade from IT Cosmetics. This is the Waterproof Anti-Aging Cream Gel Eyeliner, and it's a Liner Love in the shade Espresso. I've gone through so much of this, but it has not dried out on me, and I've had it for maybe like a year and a half. So definitely a great product there. I don't ever hear anybody talk about it though. I also have been doing my bottom waterline with these NYX Faux White pencils. So I have the shade White Smoke, which is a lilac shade, and they are this type of pencil. So I have the lilac shade, I have a yellow shade, which is vanilla, and that one looks like this. And then, again, I'm really sorry about the lighting. I know you can't see the best, but I'll show these in a future video. And then I have a green shade, which is Honeydew. So that one looks like this, and it just adds a nice little pop of green. Like I said, they're close to white, but you can tell there's a different color there, so I like that because I feel like you get away with a little bit of extra color. Like, it's close enough to white to look white, but it's close enough to color to look like that also. So then I curl my lashes, and I've been using the Tarte Lash Curler. I love these. I try to buy the holiday sets. That way I always have a new curler, but I get a mascara with it. And then I've been using the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is the green tube. I really like this, and I'm not allergic to this formula either, so that's been really helpful. Then, after I've used all those products, I keep them in this nice little bag too, which you can keep some brushes in. I really love this. This is a Vera Bradley bag, and you can get designs, I think, but I got black because I thought it was nice and sleek. So it has a pocket in the front where you can keep your brushes, and it has a little pocket in there where you can keep some things. But then this is the main pocket here, and it has like pockets inside that you can keep your products all organized. It's great for travel. It has a nice little handle, so you just throw it in and go. But to set my makeup recently, I've been using the Osha Sea Minerals Mist. As you can see, I'm near the bottom of that. So I've been setting my makeup with this, and when that's finished, I'll be going to my Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray and using that. Lips really vary based on the eye look that I do. Also, because I work every day, it's hard to really experiment a lot with lip colors, so I can't wear a bright purple to work, but I could wear a subtle pink or a neutral color, or I might be able to get away with a deeper brown shade, especially if I'm working at night. So it really depends when I'm working and everything, like what I have on my eyes. I don't want to go too crazy, but those vary from day to day, so I can't really update on that. But yeah, those are all the products I've been using recently. Let me know if you have any of those. And then, like I said, the ones I've used for my weekly makeup bag, it hasn't been a lot, but you know, I will definitely have some more in the future because I'm always constantly going through eyeshadow palettes. I have a ton. As you can see, these shelves behind me, I have 2 of these full of eyeshadow palettes, which is way too many, but I'm addicted, so here we are. But let me know if you guys want to see any particular palette. I'll try to use that in a week. You know, if you want to see, say, the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, you know, I'll use it. You know, whatever you want to use, whatever you want me to use. If I have it, I'll use it. Just leave it below, and yeah, I'll get back to you with my thoughts. So anyways, enough rambling. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!